Yo, what is going on in YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today's video, I was going to talk about roles specifically and just how good they feel to play in ranked. If you play jungle, what is your chance of winning? Mid, what is your chance of winning? Just kind of base it off just to how I feel about those roles and which one do I think is the best, which do I think is the worst, and that's what I was going to kind of do. But then I figured out I've played enough games in enough roles that I've actually played enough that I can kind of give you actual data behind which role I actually think is the best right now. Unfortunately, it was a little different than I expected it to be. I play, I think, every role at a very, very high level. I'm obviously SPL level support. Other roles I'm not SPL level, but I think I'm still very exceptionally high up with those roles. And thankfully for it, I have all the other 4 roles with enough games. I've not played a ton of support. Season 11, been playing support for 6 years. I got burnt out a little bit last year, a little bit the year before. So I really haven't played too much. But now I've got these other 4 roles to kind of work with, play with. I have an account for each of them. And so I'm just going to kind of look at each of them, see how successful they are, how not successful they are. Just kind of go down the list and just talk about all the roles and how well I think those roles are in rank. So starting with Sam Darnold season, this is my ADC account. Right now I'm at 108 games played. I've won 75, lost 73 for a 69% win rate. Looking at the gods that I played a lot of Honor. I win with this character a lot. I played a lot of Heim. I'm learning the character. I've never ever played Heim. Like even on Inbound, my main account, I think I have a 2 mastery Heim. So I've never really played him. And I decided I wanted to try to kind of learn how to play him. And I've actually been winning and playing him a lot and enjoying him a lot. So I'm kind of getting back into that. But so far, Honor, Heim, Hachiman, no surprise. Amuzan Brahma, no surprise. I think my top 5, this is probably what I would say are the top 5 ADCs right now. Maybe a case could be made for Ishtar. Maybe AMC is not the best ADC and he's a much better mid laner. But I would think that these are the top 5 ADCs. But that's my win rate on Sam Darnold season. Next account is Pornstar Bacchus, my mid lane account. Not a ton of games on this one, 75. I'm 54 and 21 for a 71% win rate. I've played a lot of different things. The Vamana is when I get off-rolled into solo lane, but I played Poseidon, I've played Ra, Hebo, On Her. A few of the other ones that I've played, Vulcan, Nuwa, a couple of Kuz games. One of these Kuz games was in mid. Actually, this one was in mid. We lost. It's been feeling pretty good. Mages don't feel great. I've not played a ton of mages. And actually, if you could split it up by which role you're playing, I think that'd be interesting. But I don't think it'll let me. But as you can see, I mean, there's a lot of mages down here, but there's also a few non-mages. Like Zeus also, I have 2 and 1 on. I've not just played mages because they don't feel great right now. But I'm still finding a lot of wins, a lot of success. Smelly Shoe is my solo laner account, and this one is my least played of all the accounts. Sitting at a 70% win rate, 51 games played, 36 wins, 15 losses. Osiris, Hades. Okay, maybe I'm an On Her one trick. All I do is play On Her in every role. Tyr, Erlong, Shen. A lot of wins on this account. I'm 0-2 on Charon, 0-2 on Heim, 0-2 on Arthur. There's a few characters that I probably shouldn't play anymore, let's be honest. But this is my solo lane account. I've seen a good amount of success with it. I haven't played it a ton, even though it's been really OP. It's just not a role I've been enjoying a ton right now. It's fine. I'm not saying it's boring. It's just not my most favorite. And for the role that I've been playing the most and having the most fun with is jungle. 176 jungle games, 113 won, 63 lost for a 64% win rate. Erlang, we're about 50%. Loki 5-0, Serket 5-2, Baka and Willix both 5-3. Not a ton of success on this account, which is a little surprising to me. Looking at all of them kind of together just to kind of compare them. Obviously, I've played Inbound more than any of the other ones. It's jungle, the role that I've been enjoying the most. But I've played a lot of ADC recently. And this is the account that I actually have highest ranked. This one's sitting at 3,300 MMR. Inbound is about 31. Pornstar Bacchus is about 3,000. And Smelly Shoes 2,500. But it's had the least amount of games. But what I was going to make this video out of is going to place all the roles without this information and just talk about them and why I think it's so weak or so strong. And my roles and my order before going into it was going to be jungle, support, solo, ADC, and then mid. That's how I felt when I was just thinking about, who have I got in this role? What's my chance of winning? This is how it's felt to me. But if you're looking at it, jungle, I've actually only won 64% of the time. Support, I don't have an account dedicated to it right now. It's just very, very strong. Mystical Mail, Prophetic Cloak, a lot of OP availability items there. Solo lane, sitting at a 71% win rate. ADC 69. But then mid at the bottom, and I've got a 72% win rate on it. And I think I'm getting mixed up because I think of mids, I think of mages. I think mages are in a weak spot right now. I think hunters are good, but the current hunter build that I like is that mannequins build, which you need 6 items with. Yes, you can dominate early, but if a teammate or if the enemy rotates and kind of snowballs the game a bit too quickly, you're just going to kind of lose. But if you get 6 items, you're going to be incredibly strong on objectives and in fights. But I just thought this was very interesting that it's almost reverse of how it is. Mid is my most power or my most win-loss account, and jungle is actually my worst. and then solo ADC are kind of right there also. So it's just interesting to kind of put it in perspective of what I've been thinking and then how it actually is. But yeah, I just wanted to put this out there, just some information, because I've played a lot of ranked so far. I mean, how many games is this? 159. I've played 420 something games. Nerd! So yeah, I've played a lot of Smite. But yeah, I've been enjoying season 11. One thing I want them to do is just to make conquest a little bit more competitive, take away a little bit of the hand holding in the game mode. I think casual game mode should stay more arena, assault, siege, clash, whatever, all that stuff. And then I think they should take a big look at conquest and just make it really competitive, because while I've had fun, I think the reason that mid and ADC and solo feel so good are these 3 roles scale. Jungle does not scale well as a role, and it feels like a lot of these games are going late. And if you go late game as a jungler, it's not feeling great a lot of the time. You feel like you're the least impactful role because every other role has beads Aegis permanently up 24/7. Your full late game build doesn't feel that great. Yeah, when you get to 3k pot, it feels great, but every role feels great with a 3k pot. And that's what I think where I'm kind of getting mixed up with, where I dominate a lot of these jungle games, and then it goes late, and I'm just getting one shot by an ADC, or a mid laner is just doing a little bit too much damage, or the solo laner is just able to out 1v1 me and I can't really run from, whatever it is. But I think that would make this feel a lot better, and maybe even bring jungle to the top, because jungle should pretty much be the best role in ranked. It is the deciding role in the early game and the mid game. Right now, you can't really do that. So I hope Hi-Rez kind of looks at jungle, looks at early game, looks at mid game, and kind of freshens it up a little bit, gives you a little bit of opportunity to snowball, because it doesn't feel great right now. But yeah, that's the video. Just wanted to talk about each individual role in ranked. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.